Almost, what brings you to the force headquarters, military time?
Maybe I should make
Yes,
this.
yes, you can.
Well, the IG is here and very senior officers, gentlemen and ladies of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm here this afternoon for three reasons. The first one is to congratulate the IG on his well-deserved appointment. As you all know, he's a very experienced and wonderful officer who means well for the police force and for our country. So I'm here to congratulate him and to give him support and encouragement to do his utmost best in service of our great nation. The second reason is to solidarize with him, senior officers and all the officers and men of the Nigerian police on account of the dastardly acts of aggression and terrorism visited on police formations and killings of police officers and men and vandalization of police properties and other government facilities. This is a very trying period in the life of our country and particularly for the police. And I thought that I should be here as a policeman that I always will be myself, to show support, to show concern, to join in condemning these acts of aggression visited on law-abiding people just doing their best to protect citizens of our country. And I want to use that opportunity to call for a cessation of all such attacks on police formations and police officers and men that is going on in some parts of our country. And to tell everybody that the police are not your problem. The police are not your enemies. Police officers and men are your brothers and sisters from across all parts of our country. I was also one of them. So I consider it as something that could have happened to me too in service. So I'm here actually to join you and the officers and men and the families that have been rendered without their breadwinners on account of what has happened. Now, thirdly, I'm also here to continue to make the point, as I did a couple of days ago on an AIT live show, when I made the point, and I will continue to make that point, that the police is the most important law enforcement and security agency, a frontline agency in the fight against crime and criminality of all sorts. And in any country where the police is undermined, where the police is neglected, where the police is not funded, where the police officers are not trained properly, where the police officers have no equipment to work with, where the police officers have low morale, in any such country, you can't have security. So the solution moving forward, and I'm happy that all of us, even in the National Assembly, understand this, the police has to be properly taken care of. I know there are issues and discussions going on about devolution. But in whatever you do, you can't do without the national police, led by the Inspector General of Police.
Please wear a mask.
So I want to use this opportunity to appreciate the IG and its officers and men for trying the best what they are doing in very difficult circumstances. But to also use this opportunity to remind our nation and all of us who are in leadership that the sooner we go back to funding of the police as it was in those days, the better for everybody. Because the police is the only organization that has presence in all our communities. And yet, their vehicles cannot run. They don't even have vehicles. Where they have vehicles, they can't maintain, they can't fuel. And low morale, no money to train and equip. You can't have security in a nation like that. So, I believe that the police should occupy the front row once again. We have so disempowered the police They keep carving out agencies from the police. Road safety from the police. Drug law from police. Civil defense from police. EFCC, which ought to be the serious fraud office. Anyway, we're not quarreling about that. But what we are saying is that the sooner you address the issues and challenges of funding the police, the better for everybody. Because you can't have security otherwise. And I thank the IG and his officers for doing the much that the police is doing, even in very trying circumstances. We wish you well, IG.
Thank you very much.
Members of the police, and to say you are not alone. All of us are with you in the fight against crime and criminality. Thank you very much, and God bless you.